Hello everybody, it's Ryno and I am here at Epcot and I wanted to show you something here. I'm out by the entrance. You know, we can see our spaceship Earth behind us here. I wanted to show you this little optical illusion that you can see sometimes with the flags like right up here. You see how they're supposed to represent like the different areas of the park. Now if you look at each one of these flags that are right in front of the spaceship Earth at just the right angle when you're underneath the monorail in the shaded area, you're actually going to notice that it does this little thing right here where it says it's another Dis Unlimited happy hour. I think those openings are so ridiculous, but when I said I wasn't going to do them anymore, people in the comments were like, no, you have to. So I'm out here still making a fool of myself, but I'm happy to do it for all of you. I'm here at Epcot, like I said. Today I'm going to be doing something new to me. I haven't been able to do this yet, but because I am the ripe age of 21, I know, I don't look a day over. Hard to believe I'm actually 21, but I am gonna go into the new, recently opened 21 and up GEO-82. Now this is a lounge here, new to Epcot. It's been open for a little bit now, but I am gonna be honest with you, I'm not even 100% sure I know where the entrance to this is. I haven't seen the inside other than editing a video for our Diz channel that somebody else had filmed the footage of. I've like peeked at the menu, but I know there's some unique cocktails in here. I know they have some food in here. I'm kind of going into this a little bit blind. I didn't do any advanced research, but I'm excited to be here. It is right in the middle of the day, on a middle of the week, and I feel like it's 100 degrees today. I think it like literally, there's like maybe a heat warning today. I could be wrong. It does look like the clouds are starting to move in a little bit, so if I get lucky, maybe I can wait out the normal Florida rainstorm inside of this lounge, but we'll see. I am going to be joined by my friend Jill. She has been in videos before, famously did the bourbon study with me on my own YouTube channel, but I'm excited. She's been once before, so she's going to be my little, my guide, I guess, to this experience, maybe offering me some tips. Maybe I'll take her advice and maybe I won't, who knows. But I'm gonna head over and find her now and figure out where the entrance is to this. But before I do that, I wanna let everybody know that this and everything that we do here, it's brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. They are experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney vacation when you book with them. It costs you nothing extra on your trip and you help support the channel and all of the content that we produce here. So check them out, dreamsunlimitedtravel.com for a free, no obligation quote today. It's also brought to you by our Patreon supporters, and if you're looking for another way to support us besides booking a vacation with Dreams Unlimited Travel, well, that would be our Patreon site. You can learn more about how you can get exclusive content from different members of the Diz team over at patreon.com/DizUnlimited. I've said all of that. Shall we wander into the experimental prototype community of tomorrow? Well, I believe this is the window into the lounge. So I just want to walk around here and see what it looks like. As you can see, get a nice view of the rest of the park. So the check-in area, I believe, is in the area where you exit Spaceship Earth. You go in through the Nemo and Moana side of things. Hello.
Hello.
Found Jill. Loitering by the bar entrance as always. She's ready. She's ready. Oh, look at your little purse. You bring a snack,
No.
pack lunch in there?
No pack lunch.
No pack lunch. Okay. Woo!
Sorry. This hallway reminds me of when you go to Hershey Park and get roasted like a cocoa bean. It's like,
Yeah, it is, yeah. Shall we walk the stairs?
yeah, we came down the elevator the other day. It's not really themed. The stairs are nice.
I like how sparkly these stairs are. Ooh, ah. Hi there, how are you? a look at the menu here a little bit. On the left side, you're going to see, which I really appreciate when bars do this, is that it has all the glassware here, and then it has the type of ice, the sphere, the large cube, the rocks, a sphere, and how they prepare it. It's either stirred, carbonated, or shaken. And of course, the glassware is old-fashioned rocks, coupe, Nick and Nor, or a highball. On the right side of the menu here, there's a little description of the bar. It says, like a grand and miraculous spaceship, our planet has sailed through the universe of time, and for a brief moment, we have been among its passengers. Since the inception of Epcot, Spaceship Earth has welcomed visitors from around the world as a shining beacon of optimism and hope, an awe-inspiring union of imagination and engineering. This 180-foot-tall geodesic sphere represents the limitless potential of human ingenuity. Now we invite you to celebrate the spirit of Spaceship Earth. Welcome to GEO-82. And then inside so that's your legend, and then inside it tells you how each drink is kind of prepared and what you can expect from it, which I really appreciate. And the drink prices here are not cheap. It looks like basically on this first page, the cheapest drinks are $25, ranging up to a bourbon plate that's $49. Oh, there's a $23 one. They said on the left side of the menu, you're going to find the more spirit forward, and then the sweeter on the right. And then for anybody who's not a big drinker, don't worry, there's stuff here for you too. There's 2 different zero-proof cocktails. Both of those are $17. There is a beer and wine selection as well. And then in the back, there's a couple of small bites here, which is not a ton of stuff. There's a charcuterie board, some hummus, a fun guy flatbread, for the fun guys, and then some truffled ahi tuna and the jumbo lump crab gatao. So for my drink, I went with the caramelized leek martini for $26. It was described as savory, elegant, Gibson-esque. It is forged gin, Dolan Dry Vermouth de Chambray. I definitely didn't say that right. Caramelized leek and pickled onion. Okay, this is a moment of truth. I'm going to give mine a little sip here. The caramelized leek martini. Definitely a liquid onion martini.
I might die.
Yeah, so Jill's thing, the reason why I like gin a lot, Jill's thing with gin drinks is that she feels like it tastes like a Christmas tree a lot of times. That juniper is really strong in here. I don't really get that part of the gin, especially with forged gin. I don't really feel like it has a lot of those juniper elements to it in my experience. I'm getting a lot more of the vermouth working with that caramelized leek. And I don't even know that it's caramelized leek so much as just I'm getting a lot of pickled onion. So it's a unique flavor for sure. Yeah, I should do a little stir here. Let me do another one. I think this is one of those type of drinks where like it needs a food item to be paired with it. So we're going to be ordering some food items for sure. Are you sure you don't want to try it? Give it a sip. Give it a sip.
Okay, there's no gin flavor.
Yeah.
It's not as pickled as you're making it sound, though.
It's definitely onion.
Yeah, but it's more like the aftertaste is very French onion soup.
That's it. Yep.
It's very like, and it doesn't have cheese, obviously.
This would be incredible with a French onion soup.
If I had a French onion soup right here, a perfect pairing.
Yeah, 100%.
10 of 10.
Jill's drink was the Brulee Banana Highball for $26. It says, what grows together goes together. So it includes Tokyo Centauri whiskey, Lestau Don Nuno Oloroso sherry, banana, coffee, cacao, and bubbles. Served in a highball. And if you look at the legend, it does say it's carbonated, and it is served with a spear ice cube in a highball, whereas mine was served in a coupe. A coupe, and it was stirred. Give it a sip. Tell me what you think. I feel like that should have a straw.
The coffee flavor is definitely more forward than you'd expect it to be. The banana is kind of on the back, which is nice because a lot of times banana drinks will have like cream de banana in them and be very Runts flavored, as I say. But I think this is nice. It's refreshing. I think when you order a brulee banana drink, you expect it's going to be thick, creamy, something of dessert style, and this is much more refreshing. So I think it's a good choice. Get that little brulee piece.
I see what you're saying. The
coffee
coffee is a lot more
and it's
present.
Like a little bit like when you add cocoa to with something chocolate to make it more chocolate.
It's giving me like chocolate banana bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really good drink.
Very good.
And it's like refreshing.
I think that so when we're talking about like all of the, how do you justify $26 for a drink, right? But like we said, the brown butter old fashioned, we could probably do that at home in a way. You know, we definitely have Mexican chocolate bitters.
That's made with word serve.
We could brown butter some bourbon.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the drinks have ingredients that are either going to be so far-fetched to try to accumulate, or are custom made here, like back of house, like a lot of the tinctures and sprays and spritzes and all of that stuff. So those aren't things that you could easily achieve at home.
Yeah.
So I feel in that way, as a splurge, it is worth like when you go to places in Vegas and stuff, and even a lot of places in town in Orlando now, they'll be like, oh, the drink's $26, and they'll be like, it's Jack Daniels and cherry.
Yeah.
And there's no justification for that, but I feel like they are at least trying to stretch the program to be unique and be unique.
Yeah. So that brown butter old fashioned that Jill was talking about is $28. It's Woodford Reserve Double Oak Bourbon, brown butter maple, hella cocktail Mexican chocolate bitter. So literally, I feel like I could get all of these at Total Wine, and half of them I have at my house right now. But then, like, you look at something like the strawberry and coconut right hand, and that is a coconut washed drink. So those are elements where you're like, I'm not doing that at my house. I'm too lazy.
Milk clarified.
Yeah.
Something that's milk washed is very difficult.
A clarified drink usually takes like a couple of days to make too. So that's always like, you're paying for real estate on that one too. But, and you know, again, where am I going to do a pickled onion and caramelized leek? You know, it's very unique to here. So we'll see how it pairs with our food. For our food, we went with the fungi flatbread for $15. It is roasted mushrooms, miso mascarpone, mozzarella frontina, pickled red onion, black garlic molasses. We also went with the truffled ahi tuna for $23. This is a Japanese whiskey barrel-aged soy truffle ponzu poured over the top with citrus, scallion, topiko, black sesame seeds. Because there is no dessert on this menu, we couldn't leave without ordering one more drink. Because who knows the next time we're going to be up here. The reservations are filled for like 2 months. Yeah.
Through September. So.
Yeah. So, you know, keep checking every day if you're looking to come here. But, so we went with 2 more. Well, 1 each, not 2 more each. I wish. We don't have that money. For my follow-up drink, I went with the brown butter old fashioned for $28. It is described as harmonious, rich, steady sipping brown butter washed. It is Woodford Reserve Double Oak Bourbon, brown butter, maple, Hella Cocktail Company Mexican chocolate bitters. Jill's second drink, she went with the Electron for $23. It's described as fresh, earthy, and will have taste buds buzzing. Captivates the heart of the agave enthusiast. It is Siete Misterios Doba Yajmezcal, carrot, cinnamon, lime, Hella Cocktail orange bitters, and pink peppercorn. Hers is served in a coupe and is shaken. Mine is served in a rocks glass with the large cube, and it is stirred. Your glass is really, really cool.
It's like a little coupe of spaceship art.
I know. They need to start selling this stuff, or at least get them back in stock.
Well, they didn't have this one. The only ones you could buy when they did have glassware was the rocks glass and a wine glass.
Oh.
So those two, the last time the server said they made it about a week. But the bartender said that they might be getting some back. So.
Okay, good. Well, go ahead, give it a sip. You're supposed to sip.
Yeah,
he said
sip it without the pink peppercorn and then with...
One with, one without.
It's strong. But
Is
it's
it?
very smoky because it has mezcal instead of tequila.
I do love mezcal right now.
The edge is a sweet edge. I expected it to be like a salt, but it's a sugar. And something, I don't know if it's very, very small pop rocks type of material, but it's a little bit
Oh, interesting.
effervescent.
So originally we had said earlier in the video, maybe, or we had said it to each other, the brown butter old fashioned, we were like, well, we have all these things, but talking to our bartender, Steven, who's fantastic, he describe to us the process with how they make it. It's like a double oaked bourbon,
Yeah,
right?
so it's Woodford Reserve double. So it's the double oak bourbon that's then oaked again. So it's quadruple oaked, I guess. It's like a special Woodford that they only get here for Epcot. And then also, it uses a special type of maple syrup from Canada that is $40 a bottle.
Yeah,
Maple
oh
syrup,
my gosh.
just like tiny little bottle. So again, they're really going out of the box with the variety of the ingredients for these drinks and stuff that you can't just get at ABC or Total Wine.
Well,
Those places.
as two members of the bourbon study here, which this is the second time in this video I've actually brought it up because Jill wasn't with me when I brought it up earlier. I'm going to try this and then pass it off to her. It's good. Our bartender described it as like sort of breakfasty, and it definitely the maple.
The butter smells.
You know what I like? It's not very sweet. Sometimes you get it at old fashioned and people put too much of the sweetness in it.
Ooh. It's like a caramel corn. Caramel corn flavor.
You go to Canada and get the maple one.
Very buttery, but not in like an artificial butter sort of way. He said they use unsalted butter to wash the bourbon. And that is outstanding.
Yeah.
The butter flavors that you have are just so buttery.
It's very delicate.
I was going to say, I don't think I've had a fat washed bourbon that I thought was very
What'd you call
delicate.
You said it so aggressively.
No, you know when it's like bacon washed or any type of peanut butter wash, some type of fat washing is very trendy and very popular for bourbons. But I feel like this is the first time that it's enhanced.
You know,
versus like having a weird mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like you get literally you sip this and I get the feeling of like it reminds me of when you drop the butter in a pan right before you make a pancake or an egg or something. Well, I would say pancake for this because it's like the butter without the grease.
You know when you get that first pancake off of the pan and the edge is like a little bit crispy?
Yeah.
It's that.
I think they should maybe need to bring some pancakes up here or something. Yeah.
We're gonna bring our own in a pocket.
I know, for real. We'll bring a liege waffle from next door or something like that. But this is actually, it's surprising because also the chocolate bitters don't really, I'm not really getting them coming through. I'm not like, chocolate,
it's not chocolatey. It's just kind of an enhancer of just boosting up the other thing.
Yeah, but that brown butter flavoring is like, it feels like that thing where you went to a cooking demonstration and your whole life you've had maybe brown butter and you were like, but you didn't realize until this moment you've been having it wrong.
Right. Well, it's kind of like how all recipes that are published slightly wrong, right? Like, so that you can't, it's to protect the intellectual property of the chef.
Yeah. I didn't know this. I'm learning in real time.
Yeah, and so all recipes are slightly wrong. I learned that when I submit recipes to be published and then realized
they alter them?
Were different from what I had said.
Oh. This is an education. They defunded PBS, but we're still going to teach us stuff.
Yeah, that's what happens when you submit recipes. Again, it is to protect the intellectual property of the originator of that recipe. But it's so that you go, I did my best.
Yeah.
I did a good job.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But it's not right. And this would be very difficult for us to recreate.
I'm try
now.
I know.
Fat wash some bourbon.
I'm glad because one of the types of simple I like to keep around is a brown cinnamon sugar, like a brown sugar sort of syrup. It's just like on the
extract.
No, that's the molasses, the bitters. I meant the simple syrup. I do is like a brown sugar one. That's great. The Bliss. That's why it's like Bliss. The maple syrup is like
worth every dollar of that $40 maple syrup.
Stephen, our bartender, said it ruined him because now he can't have regular maple syrup anymore. But I watched him pour this thing out, and it was smooth and it looked good. And I thought we knew good maple syrup because you and Steve always had that one that was made with the bourbon.
Brown. The brown bourbon maple syrup is very good, but it's not. It's not the Bliss.
Can I try your carrot drink? Is that okay? I'm gonna do the 2 sips, right?
It's a very different departure from the butter, but it's very good.
I like this a lot. Like the mezcal with the carrot.
Smoky.
Yeah.
But like not super vegetable. I feel like, so one time after I had a root canal, I went and got...
The peppercorn on the edge.
I went and got a smoothie that included carrots, and because of the Novocaine, all I could taste was the carrots, like none of the other parts of it came through. So I feel like anytime I drink a drink with carrots in it now, I'm a little hesitant that it's going to be overwhelmingly carrot flavored, and it's not. It's nice.
Yeah, this is
like a very good smoky margarita style drink.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like, it's like a cross between a margarita and like a martini or something.
Yeah, almost like a Paloma.
I'd say Paloma. Yeah, Paloma I think was a good, because the smokiness though, and again, it's another one of those drinks where it's very delicate, and I'm like, it's very unique. And this might be one of the best mezcal drinks I've ever had. Because also, like, if you just sip it slowly...
Mezcal can be very overwhelming with the smoke flavor. It's almost...
But as I sit here, I'm getting more of that carrot, and not in the vegetal way, like you said. It's, like, very...
Sweeter
essence.
notes.
Yeah.
Like when you have, like, a roasted carrot with honey and with brown butter.
Good for us. We made some great choices. Good for us. Okay, we are done with our GEO-82 experience. It is starting to sprinkle a little bit, so we might make this a little bit quick. But what'd you think? This is your second time in here.
This is my second time. I'd say this time I knew a little bit more to pick stuff that was further out of the box than I would have picked initially, which you kind of did right away with the onion.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of onions. In fact, at one point when I was pregnant, I was allergic to onions.
Yeah. I was worried I'd given her the cyanide pill to end it all right now.
And that was shocking, especially with the flatbread, was like outstanding.
Yeah.
If we can convince them to get some onion soup.
French onion soup, Disney, please listen to us. A French onion soup
like in the winter.
Oh my God, the little smoking hot French onion soup with that leek martini, and when we have one of those cool Orlando days that are so, I'd pay way more. You could charge me extra for it.
I would say cons the price. Obviously, it's very.
It's not cheap.
Prohibitive.
It's not an everyday thing, and if it is an everyday thing for you, we'd like you to invite us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Every day.
Yeah, but
I do think that they are justified in a lot of those costs. Just like we're talking about $40 maple syrup going into things, and like all of the 36 hours to clarify the sour drinks, sous vide bananas. Like we're talking about way out of the box stuff that's not at a regular bar.
Yeah, drinks that you wouldn't expect to have taken as long as they did, like Jill's banana, that first drink that you had gotten, that did involve, because he said they sous vide it for like 6 hours, the ingredients together and stuff, and it really kind of checks out. Those flavors really get infused in a way where it doesn't feel rushed, it doesn't feel cheap, and it does feel elegant.
The other thing is they're not rushing you out of there. If we wanted to sit there for another hour and wait out the rain or something, like, I didn't feel rushed at all.
I don't know how long the people who were sitting next to us were there. Let's move away from the speaker a little bit. Who were sitting next to us were there because they
were there when we sat down.
They were there when we sat down. They were there after we left. And they ordered, I mean, Jill and I each got 2 drinks and 2 food items, but they definitely got like 3 or 4 food items, but they ordered at least twice as many drinks as us. And then ordered another drink.
The 45 minutes at Oga's or anything like that. Plus, I feel like the drinks, if we're talking about, let's do comparisons to like the Cantina.
Sure.
Or
don't even the Oga's Cantina at Hollywood Studios right now, 19 to like 22 something. It's all pre-made. It's all sweet. It's garbage. This is put your money here. Don't go there.
Yeah, I would agree. If you have the opportunity to make a reservation, it is adults only, so no children. I think nobody under 21.
Yeah, and I looked it up right before we got started. It was 21 or over. And I will say that does add, not to say that it was like quiet in there, because it wasn't quiet, but it wasn't quite as hectic. Sometimes, and no, obviously you're a mother, I'm not. I
took a baby to Club 33, so I am a fan of like exposing them to things, but I do agree it gives a nice atmosphere to know that.
There's an element of parenthood that I admire, all parents, you included, of myself as a child. I can't imagine how my mother did it with having 4 children, but chaos. And that, like to all the parents out there, my hat's off to you, because children are chaotic. I don't know how you do it.
And in closing, we have to talk about the fact that the most important reason you should dine at GEO-82 is for the ahi tuna.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. We didn't even talk about the food. Oh my God, I almost wrapped up without that. Let's go put our butts over here on this ledge a little bit because I need you to know that this ahi tuna, that was a little pricey. I remember thinking like, oh, we ordered the most like kind of expensive food item, but sweet baby Epcot.
There's 5 or 6 times in my life where I've had a bite of food that was so
perfect.
And this was one of those times.
Yeah, I was sitting next to her.
The texture, the flavor.
I don't know that you watched The Bear or not, do you?
I saw the first season.
Okay, I feel like where it's at right now, they're trying to make basically a Michelin restaurant. And I was like, this feels like something that was pulled right out of that show. And I was like, I think this is legitimately not just the fanciest, but like the best made piece of food I've ever eaten in my life. And like, I love truffle so much. This was one of those things where it was like, my God, the truffle flavor in this. But then I also love ahi tuna, and it was like the way the ahi tuna was cooked, but then with the truffle, but then everything.
It had a little bit of citrus. It had a little tobacco, the little fish egg.
Yeah, the fish eggs you were saying give it a nice texture.
Crunch.
Yeah.
And then they like come over to your table, and we were at the bar, but they have they're like, oh, the bourbon soy sauce.
Yeah.
And then they put it on like right as it comes to you.
Oh my God, yeah, I can't even describe to you. Like the first thing that'll happen is like it comes out and you're like, oh, it's only 4 pieces. I am not kidding you. This was way above my like realm of
not even just saying it's one of the best things I've eaten in my life, but it's definitely the best thing I've ever eaten at a Disney park.
Oh, hands down.
Worldwide.
Hands down.
Even international.
And you've been to them all, right? All of them? Yeah. And I cannot tell you. I can't tell you. Like, it's a weird thing where like at first I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this today. I'm traveling. Blah blah blah. That bite of that tuna, I was like, oh my God, this is what I need. This cured so many things for me. You know, I don't even know. It was like
the tuna cured.
I can't even begin to tell you how good it was. The flatbread was good. It was fine.
Good, but it's like a flatbread. There's only so much you can.
It was only like 4 pieces. We did see on the way out a couple that was eating the charcuterie, and that actually looked really good.
Very good.
And sometimes I won't order those as much just because I know that they are one of the biggest like cons in restaurant. They're the cheapest things to make, but they can charge the most amount of money for them. You know, but it was like, it looked really good. So I think next time I would try that.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like both of those drinks were so good. Your drinks were so good. I honestly, like,
even the weird onion drink was so good.
Oh my God. So yeah, our server was saying like bite into the onion in the leek martini and then take a sip of the drink. And it was like this, like, it changed it completely. It was like,
they're all slow sippers.
I want to get pickled onions for my bar now.
Very involved as far as like the experience of drinking those drinks.
Yeah. It's not a sit and rush.
Yeah.
It's a sit, enjoy, and like we took the time with our drinks. I mean, I would say we were in there for about 2 hours. For 2 drinks and just 2 apps. Like, that's like, if you know me, I have that New England quickness about me.
I do too.
And it's very like, we drink and we're done. And we're like, it's 10 minutes to eat a meal, you know?
2 hours for 2 drinks.
And it was also our server, again, our bartender,
Very
Steven.
knowledgeable.
Excellent.
Very good.
Excellent.
And then he came out with his own handwritten book to the people next to us.
Oh, I thought that was their book.
No, it's his book.
Oh.
So he said they're not allowed to bring out their phones on stage. So he has compiled all of his personal recipes into a little like black book. And if he's there at the bar, Steven, you can order anything from his little book.
You guys, if you come here, ask to sit with Steven and ask to look at that book. I legitimately was kind of like trying to look at it because I was like, oh, these people or whatever. And I'm like, I could kind of see some of the drinks and I thought maybe these people were just like recording the drinks or something. And my God, this guy was so good. So good. Shout out to Steven. We're going to go, I think, maybe I'm going to pop into guest relations real quick and just say hey. But oh my God, yeah, ask for him and ask for that book because he basically broke down how they made all the drinks for us. He explained it. And it was one of those where you're like, oh, when he talked to you, you were like, this makes sense. This actually is like the drink, like you said earlier. It made the value make way more sense and stuff. So I honestly, when we started to go in here and they sat us at the bar, I was kind of like, oh, here we go. Of course, I have this really bad luck about like picking the wrong line or doing the wrong thing. And I felt like, oh, we're sitting at the bar. It's not going to be great, you know, and my God, what an excellent experience.
I think sometimes sitting at the bar is kind of a surprise extra bonus because you get to see all the drinks being made. Because when I came with my husband a few weeks ago, we had the little two-top table, and it's nice, it's cozy, it's intimate, but you don't get that experience of being part of the drink making and asking what's that you're spraying or what's that you're putting in there and what's the bottle, what's the brand, what's all these things, which you get like today where we were sitting at the bar.
Yeah, and so again, Stephen asked for him. It's not an inexpensive experience. I mean, for the 2 appetizers and our 4 drinks, it came out to $150, and then obviously we tipped Stephen well, so it was like $180 after everything. And so, you know, I was saying to Jill, there's also, I wasn't saying it wasn't like I made it up. Let's walk toward the exit because I saw some lightning as we're talking. I was saying to Jill that like they also do, I wasn't saying to Jill, they also do a fireworks experience. We asked Stephen about it. He told us about it. It's like $175 a person.
And they can only have 25 guests.
So it's like
7 tables.
Less than half of what this even holds. And then it does include, like, they pour champagne tableside. They said this is the only...
Old fashions and margaritas, but it's a specific crafted for that event. He said the old fashioned, both of them are sparkling, like with glitter.
It shimmer dust.
The old fashioned is the gold drink, and the margarita is the silver.
And then it's the only bar, the only experience in domestic Disney parks that serves champagne tableside.
Champagne.
Yeah, actual champagne. The only other one is like France, which obviously, but Disneyland Paris. Yeah, and
well, I'm saying not Epcot, France.
Not. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was like, yeah, duh. But I get what you're saying. Yeah. But he was telling us that you get a tier. Yeah, it's like macarons, a charcuterie.
Savory macarons, charcuterie, some other savory bites, and then the bottom is some dessert items.
Yeah. And I know that sounds really pricey, but we were talking about it, and we said it'd be a really nice, like, oh, you're celebrating a 5-year anniversary, or 40 or 50, something really, really extra special, because I will say this about the restaurant, it seems very clear to me, or that lounge, is that there's a really old school sort of Disney commitment to quality in there, because the reason why they don't want to serve the tables or these things is because they want to make sure that everybody has the perfect view of the fireworks while they're in there, not an obstructive view.
Tables have been considered to be the most optimal fireworks viewing.
Yeah. So it's cool. I mean, I'm actually, like, I remember dragging my feet when I saw the menu because I was like, this is really expensive, this is whatever. And yeah, it's not an everyday thing, and it's not going to be, like, all the time occurrence, but I feel like we got what we put into it. Yeah, we got the value out of the experience, both in the experience with the cast members, the lounge, what we ate, what we drank. And so, like, I'm not leaving upset. I'm actually leaving, like, very impressed.
Yeah. I'm leaving ready to make another reservation.
Yeah, honestly, it's one of those things where we recorded a Disney dining show recently, and the conversation was, where are the places that you would take somebody to kind of impress them when you're at Disney? Yeah. And I was like, this has to be top of the list, I think, for me. I know a lot of people will be like, California Grill or whatever, but I'm like, I don't know. This now feels like the most, like, to me at least, the most, like, sort of elegant,
crafted.
Yeah, and it still feels accessible without intimidation. Yeah. So I appreciate that. So I'm glad we got to do this.
Yeah,
I'm glad we did this. Yeah, good choices were made. We'd be very curious to hear what your opinions are about this. So if you've been, what did you have to drink? Should we be trying something next time?
Did you taste the delicious ahi tuna? And did it change
my
your life?
God, the ahi tuna. I'm going to be sweet dreaming about that on the second my head hits the pillow tonight. I'm having romantic dreams about that tuna.
Dreams.
Yeah, just little. I'm
believe
I can't even. It was so good. It was so good. So if you are watching this video, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave us suggestions where you'd like to see us go next, other conversation topics for future Disney dining shows, or for other Diz Unlimited happy hours, because this is definitely the most elegant Diz Unlimited happy hour we've ever done. If you're listening to this, please, give us some feedback, rate and review the podcast whenever you have that opportunity. Thank you, Jill, for accompanying me today. And actually, she's the one who snagged the reservation. So she's really the one to thank today. It was all just she lured me. She yet again lured me with cocktails. So, but thank you everybody for joining us on this Diz Unlimited happy hour. We'll be back with another one. Until then, remember, drink safely and responsibly, and have a great time. Bye, everybody.